Hello and welcome to the 10th episode of the OBearry podcast. I'm here today with Emily Barkiss, the coffee-loving American streamer, and we're going to talk about the coffee and some other things today. It's been a while since I made a podcast, so I'm really excited to be back and doing this with Emily today. So we are live on Twitch. So there are people here listening and watching live, writing to us. A lot of messages coming in, but we're gonna focus. We're not gonna read as many comments during the podcast. Gonna try and maybe do a little bit of, maybe read some comments. I don't know. Maybe pick some stuff up, but I will try to focus on having this amazing podcast with Emily here, and she just got coffee. So you're welcome, everyone. And just when we got started, Emily muted her microphone, which is like awesome.
I didn't mute my microphone.
Oh, he didn't mute. It just went silent. I thought it was muted. That was amazing.
I was just being quiet. I was being sneaky like a snake.
Awesome.
What?
Welcome, Emily.
Thanks. I'm so excited to freaking be here. And I was just about to be like, have this dramatic start. Like, I didn't get my coffee yet. But then I got my coffee, so it's all good.
Nice.
Now I'm a freaking angel.
Yeah. So what is the coffee that you're drinking right now?
Honestly, it's straight up black coffee. Because I'll tell you why. Because I used to drink a lot of sugary drinks from Starbucks, and then my dentist straight up was like, you have cavities in between your teeth. And there's only one way you can get cavities in between your teeth, and that's sugary drinks. So I was like, it's definitely a Starbucks. So I just quit cold turkey drinking basically any of it. And I just went straight to black coffee. Save the sugar.
Did it help?
Absolutely. I went into my dentist it was probably 6 months ago now, I'm due, and they're just like, I wish all my patients were as easy as you. I'm like, if my hair was down, hair flip.
But some people that drink a lot of coffee, don't they get like coffee stains on the teeth as well? That you get like,
right?
Has that been an issue? Like, how do you fix that? Do you like do you need to do like something? Like, pull out a chainsaw. No, wait, that's not it. Like do a polishing, polish your teeth if you get stains. Or how do you fix that? Is that something you don't worry about?
Okay, so yes, I worry about it, but it hasn't happened yet. And it's probably going to happen inevitably. I imagine it has something to do with like your enamel and how strong it is, and just like I also have that a cookie? Okay, sorry.
She's getting served cookies now. Life is good. Oh, those are the peanut butter ones.
MVP. Peter's MVP. These are the peanut butter cookies that I was talking to you guys about earlier in the podcast. But let's focus. Let's stay on track, Emily.
No, but that's good. Like you're getting served cookies. And you were telling us the simple recipes. 3 ingredients. Let me see.
Yeah.
Peanut butter, and then it's brown. You use brown sugar. And then there was something else. Of course. 1 egg. Yeah, that's it. Oh man.
Didn't put anything in? I can definitely. Yeah, so it's 1 cup of sugar, but I used a half a cup of brown sugar. 1 cup of creamy peanut butter, and 1 egg. And then you mix it together, ball it up with your hands, put it on a cookie sheet or stick-free pan, and cook it for 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, but before you put it in the oven, take a fork and imprint it like horizontally and then vertically. And then it's freaking easy, you guys. I did it last night, like way too late. I did it at like 10 last night because I don't know, cookies happen. They just need to happen sometimes.
Do you often get served stuff like when you're by the computer? Just
yes.
Oh, luxury. So finding someone that likes to serve you food. Like if you're a streamer, especially, I feel like that is That is very like enjoyable.
That is pretty freaking clutch. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's been many moments on the stream where it's just like this dude will like come up with whole ass sandwiches and meals, and I'm just like plated, and then I just like right away switch game IRL. We're just chatting, guys. We're just hanging out. I'm gonna do something crazy right now, and it's not gonna be pretty. So cheers. I got a bunch of cookies in my hand.
Oh, she's eating it. Oh man. And she's making everyone jealous. Awesome peanut butter
I'm
cookies.
sorry. I probably should make anyone jealous. You guys are
No,
probably
it's
like
good.
this freaking American, so sloppy eating on stream. Huh.
You
I
know,
don't know.
1/3 of my viewers are American, so I think you're on the good.
Americans. Talking shit about Americans over here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really not.
They're amazing.
We were talking about, okay, before the cookies, we were talking about teeth. Oh yes, teeth.
Teeth? Are
That
we
people
going
always
back to
ask me about my
teeth?
teeth when they come into the stream.
You have really straight
Um,
teeth. You have a great
because
smile.
they're like chiclets. They're like white. That's what they call them. But so I have a diamond clean. I don't know if that helps at all. I used the white strips in college a little bit, but then like they would give me sharp pains and they'd wear away at my enamel, so that ended pretty quickly. Um, yeah. I just saw a moat in your chat and it's pretty perfect. It's like
The smiley face. Can you hear me? I think we're having some
gross.
technical
What's going
difficulties right
on here?
now.
Why is this even a question in your chat? Peanut butter is the best damn thing ever.
But, I feel like there's a delay and maybe I don't know if Emily hears me right now. But there is a lot of stuttering and a lot of stuff.
I need healing.
What? No. What's going on, guys?
I
What
don't
was...
know. I'm watching your stream now and I'm just like,
you hear me now?
yeah.
Oh, okay. What was that? I need healing. What was that noise?
That was my follow. That was my follow notification
Follow
going
alert.
off.
Wow.
Because it's OBS.
Wait, we can hear your follow alerts?
You shouldn't, because I don't have notifications on this scene in OBS. So I don't know
That's
why.
Hilarious. One of my viewers followed you now. Interesting.
That's gonna be annoying. You guys don't follow me right now because we don't need that kind of interruption in the chat.
Oh no, don't say that. That's the perfect invitation. Okay. Let's okay, so tell me about your stream. Tell me about what you stream, how much do you stream, stuff like that. Simple stuff like that.
Okay. So I'm streaming every day right now. I did recently take about 2-3 days off to put a new capture card in, so I'm really excited about that. There's a couple other things I have to do with my computer, but that's a different story. I play a lot of Call of Duty, Overwatch, but generally I really like to play like simulation games and FPSs, and I also like survival and crafting games. I found that I'm actually a big fan of, this has nothing to do with the stream and just like video games in general, just like side-scrolling games on the mobile. And this is like, anyone out there, has anyone played Game Assaultant on the mobile? Let me know. And let's see. So I'm always like adding stuff and changing stuff. And OBearry, I see you. What's up with you? Look at you, got like,
I hear your follow alerts. Like 2 of them went off.
Are you serious? I don't hear them. I don't hear them. My computer settings, usually I try to go to my soundboard, but it's not selecting that as
I'm
a
just
default.
gonna ignore it from now on. It's okay. That's why I was laughing here, like trying not to laugh out loud because I was kept hearing your different follow alerts.
Or did you just hear it?
No, I was trying just to enjoy the story, what you were telling me, but then I got those
Okay.
alerts ringing in my ears.
Oh no, is it loud?
It wasn't that loud. It's fine.
Okay.
I need healing.
Life with Emily. So, oh yeah, I was about to be like, oh yeah, there's always like some goofy ass like something like bad happening in the stream every time. I'm like, that's probably not a good thing to advertise. Um, Pete's looking for something. I don't know what it is.
But you were talking about survival games. Did you say
Yeah.
any games in particular? Have you played Subnautica?
I have played Subnautica. I actually downloaded that off of Steam recently. I think it was on sale or something. And I've played that a little bit. I do like it. My graphics card isn't the best. My computer isn't like the best rig ever. So it's kind of choppy, like kind of like what you're seeing right now with the stream. Um, but I do enjoy that one, even though that game freaks the hell out of me. Like, I don't know. Like, I love the ocean, but there's something about the ocean that's really mysterious and like scares the hell out of me.
Yeah, because in that
So
game, like some really giant monsters come up out of nowhere sometimes and attack you. So
yeah, or it doesn't come up at all and just makes creepy noises out in the
ah,
distance, the black murky water, and you just don't know. I remember you
I
were
need
playing.
healing.
Were you playing? You were
I
playing
wasn't.
something that was a
Wait.
game underwater.
Oh
Was
yeah,
it Subnautica?
Soma. It's called Soma.
Soma. It was Soma, and I was like, "Nope, I wouldn't be able to do it. Like, this water is just crazy. I don't know about any of this." Um, but what I guess I would suggest would be so I have the Switch, and there's a game called, and it might be on other systems besides just the Switch, but there's a game called A Flame in the Flood, and it's a lot of fun. It's about crafting and like, um, I don't want to go into too much detail,
Is it
but
like
it's
the
just like
forest or something, or like what
it's like the
kind?
forest, and you're traveling down a river, and you have to stop at different touch points, and like the whole goal is to see how far you can get down the river, but you gather different ingredients at certain locations to like survive longer. Um, so that's a lot of fun. I also like games like Fallout Shelter, which is the side scrolling thing. I'm a big Fallout fan. Yes, I did pre-order Fallout 76. No, I haven't been playing it much, which is unfortunate. I'm not gonna rag on it, but it also says something when I'm not playing it. You know what I mean? Um,
So you wouldn't say you're disappointed, but it's not the same. Like why aren't you playing it?
Right? And that's the questions. Like, why am I not like wanting to like, cause video games, like the type of video games that like when you go to work, you're like, dude, as soon as I get home, or like I'd much be rather doing this, like playing that video game. Like, it's just like I wish that was Fallout 76 and it's not. And I'm trying to figure out why. Because at that point it'd be like good constructive criticism for the game, and I just don't have it. I think I would like to see settlement building be handled the same way that it was in Fallout 4. I think that's why I fell in love with it, and it just doesn't treat it that way, and maybe that's the thing.
I only played one Fallout game, and it was Fallout New Vegas, and I played it last year, like just a few months ago, actually. And a lot of Fallout fans recommended me to play that first, and it was a really fun experience. A lot of fun characters, wacky characters, and fun action and fun dialogues and everything. A crazy AI computer trying to rule the world, stuff like that.
Yeah, I haven't played much of New Vegas, but that was probably a suggestion that I hear a lot is starting with that one, and I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you like gave it a chance whenever, because it can be an overwhelming game because it's a free range. You can do the main quest or you can choose not to do the main quest.
I kind of focus on the main quest, but you don't play games like Fallout on the stream ever, or because I
So I
noticed
have
like
my Fallouts.
yeah, you play mostly like FPS games. That's what I've seen.
Mhm.
Uh,
1 second. I apologize. 1 second.
that's okay. Um, Corey says, I think Fallout 76 is easily the weakest Fallout game. And Newt says, is it even a Fallout game at all, to be honest? Yeah, I know there's been a lot of like controversy or like different opinions, like mixed feelings about Fallout 76. And it seems like Emily here also has mixed feelings about 76. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm a big advocate of it. And like I'm really not one to like totally sorry, excuse my French, shit on a game, but like I don't know. Like I said, it says something if I'm not wanting to play it out of all things. So I don't know. But maybe it's just like, you go through moods. Like sometimes I feel like playing building games. Sometimes I feel like playing really competitive, fast-paced games. So maybe it's just like a phase I have to go through again.
Mm.
I trans.
But would you say that you're a niche streamer? Like, are you sticking to one genre of games and like kind of try to stay there, or are you like, because you're playing different games, so you're not sticking to one game, but are you sticking to one genre of games?
Um, I don't want to like really define myself by saying like I'm a niche one, because then like I said earlier, it's like I go through phases of wanting to play certain games. So it like the idea of saying that I'm an FPS gamer and streamer scares the hell out of me, because what if one day I don't want to play FPS? What if one day like I want to be on The Sims for a while? I don't want to like come on to stream like not enjoying myself. I want to make sure that like I'm enjoying myself playing the video games as well. Obviously, I want my viewers enjoying themselves too. And I don't think they'll enjoy my stream if I am not enjoying it. So, I'm gonna say no. I would not consider myself a niche player. I would
But
say that.
so my follow-up question to that is, do your followers know, or do your viewers know this, or do they come into your stream for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and they only see like Overwatch and Call of Duty maybe, so then they will assume that that's this kind of stream and I like those kind of games, so I will like, I'm here for that, or like, and then if you switch over, will they kind of like leave the stream, or like,
Yeah.
is this something you communicate like to viewers, like that you're not playing the
That's
same
a
game?
good point, because I'm gonna say not as well as I should. And that's the thing about like, streaming. Obviously it's like you're always doing something to your stream, you're always trying to better it, and I can you guys see Lucky, but I can always Lucky's my dog. uh but like for example, like right now I'm going through like that Overwatch phase, and like OBearry, I'm not even sure you knew that I was like a variety streamer of the sort. You probably thought I just played Overwatch specifically and that's it. So like
Kind
for
of.
that reason, I should be able to be like, yeah, I definitely don't communicate it enough. But I've it's something that like I am kind of putting thoughts together right now. So like I'm trying to organize my schedule to where it's like, oh, on Mondays I'm only going to stream on my Xbox and these are the games I'm going to play. On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm only going to stream on my PC, and these are the type of games that I'm going to play based off of like what everyone wants me to play and what I have and what I want to.
Yeah.
So
So how much
it
do you
can make
stream? Like you said, like you kind of, it sounds like you have a schedule.
I have a loose schedule, and that's also something I need to get better on. Just like inconsistency is a problem I have when I was first streaming.
Let's talk about
And
consistency, having a schedule and trying to stick to a schedule as a streamer, because I feel like that is a thing. Is like many new streamers, they will eventually, if they want to like grow or keep it up, they will hear from other streamers or from YouTube guides or whatever that keeping a schedule and being consistent is really important. So what have you done so far, like with your schedule? Like how has it been, and what have you been doing, like for a schedule?
so what have I done so far in just like with my channel, or what have I done recently with my
No, I mean,
schedule?
like what kind of schedule have you had, like
So this
recently?
past month
What
and
have
a
you?
half, coming on 2 months, I've been streaming every day for
Mm.
about between like 6 and 3 hours. I'll be streaming, and I'll stream at like 8:30 p.m. Central until about 2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
And I actually would like to stream more than that. I would like to stream during the day as well. And I'm actually might start streaming on Mixer, which will let me multi-stream to Mixer, Periscope, YouTube, and then at night stream to Twitch. So I'm gonna try that out. There's just like streaming is so like it's its own game. It's like everything you think you know about marketing, when to stream, when to be present to your like market, when to do like it's no. Just forget what you know about like well don't forget it, but yeah.
No, tell me more. Yeah. No, so
Well,
it sounds like
forget.
okay, so you've been streaming every day. Like the past 1.5 months, kind of, almost every day, 3 to 6 hours.
Almost every day.
In the
I
evening,
just took like 3
nighttime.
days off. Nighttime.
Yeah, evening and nighttime. But you want to stream more, like so. So you've been consistent recently. You've been streaming regularly, very consistently. Have you noticed the difference doing that? Have you like compared to not doing that, streaming consistently?
It's unheard of. It's freaking unheard of. It's like, are you serious? Like this past month and a half of being consistent streaming has like, obviously it hasn't yielded as much growth, but the pace of growth, it like yielded the same from like a year of streaming. It's crazy. It's
Well,
like you do it for a month and a half and it's just like, rather than, I don't know. It definitely helps just significantly.
And like being live every day is like being live. The more you are live and putting out good like a good content, the better. That's like kind of how the algorithm work. Or there is no algorithm like YouTube, but like that's how kind of. So that's what you experience. You get more results. You get more followers and more consistent viewers, like viewers coming back. Or is it always the same people, or do you find that different viewers come back at different times, different days? Like some viewers come back on those days, or like is it?
Yeah, people have their schedules. People have their lives, you know.
Yeah.
You know, some people can make it other days, some people can't. I have one moderator. His name's Rye. He's here, Rye. He's freaking always here. But he's like 6 hours ahead of me and it's insane, but he's always in the stream, which is crazy. It's so dope. But so streaming every day, obviously just having yourself out there, the exposure, like having your content out there is always really good, but it's not everything, you know, it's like that's probably half of it.
Half of it.
Is streaming.
So streaming every day is half of it. How is it half of it?
At most. At most, probably.
So what is the other half? Marketing, networking.
That's probably a quarter. Networking is probably like 30%. And then there's like marketing and branding's in there, and then there's like the OBS, like everything entertaining, and then there is having to like speak to yourself mentally and reassuringly and being like, listen, keep in the grind, like, okay, you had a bad day, you keep doing it though, you keep playing those games, you keep having fun. That's a lot of it. I know it doesn't add up, but that's 50% of it. I know my math is not good there, but you know what I mean when I'm saying that.
Yeah.
So it's just like, man,
I feel like a lot of people think that it's, well, when you come into it, the only thing you know is like, okay, so the only thing there is to streaming is going live and stream. But then if like you, for example, you're talking about a lot of other things, and I also know this, like there are so many other aspects when it comes to streaming. And I talk to other people as well, and they say like streaming is like it's not like a normal job. A normal job requires you to do a certain like range of things, but streaming, you can really like it's so wide because you're like branding, you do technical stuff with like setting up the stream, you do networking, socializing, and marketing and streaming. You're entertainer, you're like you're a parent sometimes, you're a no, but it goes very wide, and it's really, I think it's really challenging but also really fascinating. But okay, schedule and consistency, like, do you find like you say you're not really happy with streaming every day for 3 to 6 hours? Like, do you ever feel like it's difficult to stay consistent? Like, do you lose motivation, or are there things you want to change when it comes to your schedule? Or like, it sounds like you have like ideas, or like you kind of want to change something, or
Yeah. So yeah, there's always, I feel like I'll never stop changing the stream and just like the schedule. Um Always just like trying to test things out. But I want to utilize my time better. So, yes, I'm streaming every day, but I'm not necessarily streaming at the same time every day. And I'm not like really being like, oh, I don't like know what exactly game we'll play today. And it's fine being like casual, like, oh, let's just jump into something is fine. But I want to be able to be like, okay, on Mondays, we are streaming on Mixer. We're playing Xbox games. We're playing just FPSs. And I want to be like it more structured. And I feel like that will alleviate my attention towards my schedule and when I need to be live, and allow me to like pay attention to other things as part of my stream. So like I want to create a schedule that will work for me rather than me being like, okay, like I got to like worry about what time I'm going live, and then I got to post on all my social medias about when I'm going live, and it's just like I want to create a stream that's going to be smarter. I want to
yeah.
work smarter with my schedule, not harder.
Because if you,
So,
yeah, it's like you want to create a schedule that works for you. And like you were saying, like having a schedule, if you if you keep reinventing your schedule, that takes a lot of energy. If like every week and maybe like every day you're like, what should this stream be about, that takes energy and time and like your focus. Like, that's kind of
yeah,
what you're saying. So you want to
absolutely.
create, but at the same time, you want to be flexible. So it's like having a schedule is good, but you don't want to feel
Yeah.
like it's like, oh no, like it's turning into like a job where you're like, okay, now this is on the schedule. I have to do this today.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm glad you bring that up too, because like I've been really harsh on myself when I don't follow something in the schedule. And I hate to do that to myself. Like there was at
For
one
example,
point,
yeah, give me example.
yeah. For example, I told my Discord that like, hey, we're gonna start stream early today. And like we ended up not starting stream. I was like there was something else that I ended up doing. And then like I got mad at myself. And then I got mad at Pete because like, we were trying to, because also like here's the thing with the schedule, like we have a pretty big bedroom and this is like on one side of the bedroom. So I also have to be worrying about someone else's schedule, not just my own. Like I have to worry about his sleep schedule and just like what time he has to be up in the morning. And it's just like, so when I make a schedule for my streamers saying that like, hey, like I'm going to be streaming early and then things change, it's just like I'm beating myself up over it. I'm getting mad at Pete over it. And it's just like, no, it's fine. Like they're going to be understanding. You don't like need to be a sergeant with the schedule. This is the beauty about streaming. Like you get to choose how you can conduct it and when you get to go live and like, so it's just like, so it kind of like brings up your point with,
It's
yeah.
so weird. I feel like some streamers have a really strict schedule and they stream every
Yeah.
day for a very long time. And some of them have thousands and thousands of viewers, and some of them has much less. And both of them have really good content. And I'm like, there it's like, so you as a streamer, you can easily beat yourself up for not going live because you think that it hurts your stream and will hurt the viewership and the viewership will go down, or you think that you're not going to be successful if you mess it up. But at the same time, like, you might not, grow into like a gigantic stream just because you are pushing yourself like too hard, like, or very hard, and keeping a rigid schedule. That might not be the secret to a successful stream anyway. There's so many different things that comes together in the stream that makes the stream successful, and beating yourself up over the schedule will not help. But having, at the same time, what we're saying is like having a consistent, like a schedule is helping. So you got to find the balance. And I really think it's important to stay kind to yourself and respectful to yourself, and kind of like listening, like at least make sure your needs are also being met. And like you have also other people's needs that you need to work around, which makes it more complicated, I feel like.
Yeah. But it's just like, I can't imagine, like, I have so much respect then for the streamers that like are raising a family and have like a full-time job. And it's just like, damn, it's like, y'all are powerhouses. But
it's crazy.
It's all about, developing not only your stream, but like developing, like, I can probably in 2019, I could probably say that I want to be better with my time and time management. Like, I'm okay at time management. I'm pretty good. Like, if on my resume, I'd say I'm pretty good. But like, I can like use improvement. So it's like, this is one of the benefits of streaming. Not only that you're like meeting people that like basically speak your language, but you're also kind of developing yourself as a person. So I'm developing my time management, I'm developing my people skills, I'm developing like, a community. So it's interesting. It's interesting. Freaking streaming. It's everything. Everything. It's the Matrix.
You love it, and it's a challenge sometimes.
I love it. It's a challenge. It's taken over for my freaking life.
So
and I love it.
So streaming is a really big part of your life. I mean, if you stream every day, it's gotta be.
It's a stupid big part of my life. And
Why?
It's like, so when I say it's a huge part of my life,
yeah,
like, I feel like Pete and I probably wouldn't be together if I wasn't streaming. Because just like when we first met, I just discovered Twitch and I just discovered streaming pretty much. Or I was like a couple months into it and I was so passionate about it that when we first started streaming, I kind of was gushing about it right away. I was like, oh my God, there's this thing and it's so cool. And then he was like, dude, this chick is like really into it. How badass is this? He just like really respected the fact that like I was really passionate about something. And he's been like stupid helpful the entire way. Like, stupid helpful.
So he fell in love with you because you were so passionate about something. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
Not only. I don't believe that. But it was he found it attractive that you and you were really passionate. Are you less passionate now, or did that passion like transform? Like, did it change a little bit, like the form and shape of it? Was it like a crush in the beginning? I found it, for me, like starting to stream was kind of like a crush, Oh, it's so amazing. Everything is amazing. I love it all the time.
Yeah.
I stream all the I got
absolutely.
And then it's kind of like when you do it more, it's like you kind of change. I'm still passionate about it, but the feelings kind of change.
Yeah. When I think of streaming, I think of like a black hole in the galaxy with a bunch of stars in it. It's like an endless possibility of even though that doesn't make sense, you'd like be
I get it. I get it.
But,
I think
you get what I mean. So when I don't know, that's a really good question though. I want to analyze like how my passions have changed since I continue to stream.
How long have you been streaming?
So I made my Twitch account, I want to say like a year and a half ago, 2 years maybe. And it was like very sporadically because I was working at the time and I was doing an inverse commute from Chicago. So I was in the car easily like 3 hours a day, which was crazy. And I was working like inside sales. And so I'd have to try to find time to like stream in between. Like I was never home, basically. I was never home. And somehow I have to find time. And just like slowly as like this timeline progressed, I made more time, and like some of the decisions were pretty like rash and like quick, but like man, streaming.
Okay, so yeah, you made more time, and you I guess you cut down on the other work that you were doing to make more time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah,
Passion. That's passion. Right?
Yeah, what I did
It
was
sounds
I quit
crazy.
my job.
Ah.
And I was like, I'm gonna find a job in Chicago so I have more, so I'm not like doing the commute as long. And I'm still trying to find like a full-time job. But now I'm like kind of considering like maybe I should get a part-time and do part-time streaming and like do other stuff. Like I'm doing like other random stuff like being extras in like Chicago TV shows and like helping out my sister who is picked up by Pampers, and she has like an Instagram account that she like advertises for. And so she's like there's
Oh.
other like random stuff. My mom has a business where EVR, irresistible vintage rentals, where she's basically like a party planner and whatever, and she like
Right.
or like a wedding planner, and this like so she's an interior designer, so that's where I get all this from.
So you have a lot of
Loveliness.
entrepreneurs and like personal projects that people are doing in your family, and that's kind of who you are too. You're also like you're finding your own things and kind of want to do your own business.
Yeah, my family is pretty like I have a big family. I have a lot of I'm not even include stepbrothers and sisters, but I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters, and I'm the youngest one. So my sister, like one of my sisters in California, she's a hairdresser. She lives in San Francisco for the past like 10 years. And then my other sister, the one that's picked up by Pampers or does Instagram like advertising, she's her husband's in the army, so she's actually moving around a lot. My brother, funniest story. My brother Andrew,
Tell
he
me.
literally lives next door to me. Like,
oh, really?
Moved in next door to me. And in Chicago, to even get leases to match up like that, it's freaking impossible. And like, we didn't know it until probably a month before. And I know it's so bad, but we didn't know it until probably a month before he moved in. And then, like, because I took an Uber to his house, he's like, "Wait, is your address blah 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 blah?"
What?
And I'm like, "Yeah." And then he's like, he Googles it, and he's like, "Dude, I'm gonna be your next door neighbor." So I could like touch his house from here.
Awesome.
But it's cool. It's cool to have him around. And then my brother Bobby, he's very entrepreneurial. He's like ridiculously entrepreneurial. He actually turns things over on eBay. So he'll like go to resale shops and get like these electronics and like these like classic video games and classic like DVDs and whatever, and he'll sell them on eBay. He'll like just like, but he does a really good job, and I think it's because he's like a really big people's person, and he's really good at bargaining with people. So it's just kind of like it just works for him.
It's so funny because it sounds like exactly like my character in Fallout New Vegas. I made a character called Bob, and I didn't give him any points into combat skills. I only gave him like talking skills and charisma. So he was only good at talking, and he was really a person. People. Anyway, I just thought about that.
And it shows that you can get pretty far.
You can beat the game. You can beat the whole game with that.
There you go. I mean, politics, a lot of it is being able to be politically correct, but you would never know that. Never mind, we're not going to go there.
So do you know Gary Vee? He's like an entrepreneur on YouTube and stuff. Now, he talks a lot about making business, like turning things over, like buying something here and then selling it over there and like turning over a profit. And that's how you start earning a little bit of money so you can invest into like your own like business startup or whatever. But anyway, So you have a lot of that entrepreneurial stuff going on in your family, and Bobby is a good example too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
What about your family? Do you have any like siblings, or do you have any?
I have a brother. I have an older brother. He lives like 2 hours away from here, and he's. We just got a baby niece. Like I got a baby niece. He's got a daughter now.
Aw, congratulations! You're an uncle. How does it feel to be an uncle?
I'm an uncle. I love it. It's like all the fun, and you don't have to do any of the dirty
Hell
work.
yeah! Hell yeah! You don't have to change the diapers, the poopy diapers.
Poopy diapers. But she's adorable. I love it. Yeah.
Oh, she's a little princess, I'm sure. I'm an auntie
But
to a lot.
Is your family gamers? Like, do they like gaming? Because mine aren't really into gaming. Like, never been that much.
My dad is. That's how I got into gaming. My freaking dad, because I was his healer in MMOs. Like
you were his healer in MMOs. Yeah. Your own dad. Yeah, nice. In World of Warcraft, what?
EverQuest.
EverQuest, of course, because
have you heard of EverQuest?
I mean, yeah, that was like the before World of Warcraft.
Yeah, that was like I was probably 12 or 13. Well, I was 12 or 13 when EverQuest 2 came out, but I was playing it before that. Man, EverQuest 2 defeated my computer. We had to change my graphics card like 2 to 3 times. We had to upgrade it. Run it.
You played it so intensely, the graphics card just exploded.
Well, and the graphics were on EQ2 was like a whole different level. Like, I personally think EQ2 graphics is way better than WoW. And I know there's a lot of WoW heads in here. I'm a WoW player for the Horde, but like EverQuest is so dope. I don't get why people don't like it as much as WoW. I don't know.
So EverQuest, has there come out new EverQuest games, or is it the second one, the latest?
I actually don't know. I think it's just, I think there's expansion packs, but I think like it's like a Sims kind of thing where it's just like there's Sims 2 and Sims 4 and whatever, and then there's like pets and holidays. So I'm sure there was like expansion packs like the pets and holidays for EverQuest, but I don't think there was like an EverQuest 3. I could be wrong.
Right. But you're saying it's better than WoW.
I like it. I haven't played it in quite some time, but like I'm obsessed. Actually, like I just like the interface a little bit better.
I love that you were like you got into gaming and like by your dad, and you were his healer. That did he use you as a healer? Like, okay, follow me now, kid, and I need some healing here while I level up, and just click these buttons here and.
Yeah, and I loved it. Except he'd get mad though because I'd always leave to go sell my stuff in the town. And I was like, I'm a loot goblin, so I'd collect everything. And like, if my bags were full, I'd go sell it. And so he would get so mad. Him and his friends would be like, "Where'd our healer go?" And he's like, "She went to go sell that shoe that she found on the thing." And I don't know. It was a good time. We also played Halo a lot.
Multiplayer Halo.
I never played multiplayer Halo that much. It was always about the campaign.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. I thought maybe you were playing with your dad and his friends also.
No, I don't think they came out with multiplayer for quite some time. Not until like the 4th one.
The 4th one? No way.
Maybe the 3rd one. Yeah. They didn't come out. I don't think so. Okay. Unless I just chose not to play it. But like I always played Call of Duty, but like I don't remember multiplayer in the first 2 at least. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm not sure. I leave it to the pros to decide when did multiplayer come out for Halo, which game. I don't know, but that's so cool. Yeah, you seem to have a really cool and like a lot of characters in your family doing stuff they love and being like into what they do and like passionate.
Yeah, and I was the result.
You're the result. And here you are, like another passionate little human being doing your thing.
Yeah. They're slowly understanding the Twitch thing, though. I don't know. I don't know about that.
They don't understand it? Or what did you say?
I don't think a lot of people understand Twitch. But, yeah, when I first told them about it, my mom was like, what? Like, my dad, he gets it because video games. I feel like you have to like get video games first before you get Twitch, kind of
intertwined, kind of. I've tried to explain to my grandma, and like I use like different kinds. I tell her that I'm like broadcasting my own TV show from my bedroom. It's like or like you could even say it's like a radio show. Like I broadcast it from my computer, and then I can talk to people. I try to explain it that way. But I guess like have your parents watched your streams or interacted with you on Twitch?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because when I first started streaming on Twitch, and like this is actually a suggestion I learned about recently, and I would suggest it, and I wish I would have done it, is that like get everyone you know, your family and your friends to watch your stream, at least leave their username in your stream and lurk. Because it gets you out of the stream trenches of having like 0 to 1 viewers for the full time. At least it gets you like put up higher in the searches.
Right.
If you have like some people in your chat, you know, it kind of like gets you up there. Anyways,
good tip.
Yes, I really enjoyed it, but I never told anyone about it because here's the point. It was because I only told my like mom and dad about it really at first, like one person at work. But see, like it sucks though because like you know how you're just like, yeah, I was telling my grandma, like I'm basically telling her that I'm doing a TV show in my bedroom. Like if I said that, like it's not to pull the female card, but like if I said that, like people would look at me like, a TV show in your bedroom, huh?
That sounds not right.
Doesn't it? It does. And it's funny though because I actually started streaming from my bedroom, and like we're gonna put ourselves not thinking out of the box here, okay? We're gonna put ourselves in the, I don't know, but I used to stream straight from my PS4, like in my bedroom on my bed. And like if I told my mom that, or like if I told anyone that, really, they'd like look at me and be like, fucking internet, man. Like, I don't know. So when I quit my job, I tried to explain to people what I was doing. They put me on the spot to talk about like what I was doing next. And so I didn't have a speech or anything. And then so it sounded pretty bad. And then I walked up to my coworker, the only person I told. I'm like, so how did that go? And they're just like, you sound like you're gonna be a cam girl. I'm like, oh, well, that's not good. Bye, everyone.
It's not what you had in mind.
No, but yeah, to answer your question, so I have my mom and my dad and like some of my siblings come in and like lurk in my channel too. Nice. And I think my dad watches me more than he lets on. I think he's always watching.
He's here now. He's listening from the shadows.
Probably.
Hello, Dad.
Not him, it's my brother. My brother's listening. They're protective.
I mean, nothing wrong with that. It's good. It's good to have the support.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so that's a little bit about your family. That's awesome, and I think that's. Is there? I wrote backstory question mark here. What kind of note is that? Is there anything like? But I guess kind of like, how did you get into streaming? Like, how did it start for you? Like, why did you start streaming?
I love this question because I have a fun answer. I feel like I probably just ruined it by saying that. No. So obviously, like I was saying, I was like playing video games for a long time. And then when I went to college, I didn't have a system of my own. And then I joined like a sorority. So my life was like filled with that. And then I didn't really like get into video games or wasn't playing video games as much. And then when I graduated and I got my apartment in Chicago, I never went Black Friday shopping. And then one year I did, and I got a TV and I got a PS4, and it was the dopest of the dope. It was the dopest of the freaking dope. And like Twitch is automatically installed on the PS4. And so I was playing Fallout 4 and I noticed it and I was like, what the hell is that? And I clicked into it and there was like a bunch of people playing video games. And I was like, oh, what is all this? And and then it's like broadcast yours. I was like, okay, and I pressed start, and then it started broadcasting, and then it was history ever since. And then next thing you know, I was streaming from my and then I got like a camera like the next week. I got a camera like right away. I picked up a PS4 camera for like $60. I still have it actually, but I'm using an Elgato now. And it was like really, oh my god, I wish I could find it, you guys, because like it was just like me sitting really far back and the room was really dark. But there were some people that would like stop in, and like I still talk to those people actually, and it's really cool. But yeah, and then my schedule pretty much started being like me streaming until like 2 in the morning, going out, getting Taco Bell, coming back, streaming more.
Wow.
Until like 3 p.m. and then going to get Starbucks, coming back, streaming more. And like I was doing nothing but streaming. And then it was just really awkward streaming times. And then like this was before I even set up like an overlay. And I remember one of the first people that I met was like helping me set up my donations. And I was at work and I was setting it up, and like we were like texting, we weren't texting each other, they didn't have my number, but we were like messaging each other. And he's like, all right, I'm going to test it out. And I remember there's like a ding, and there was the first dollar donation, and I was at work and we were closing down. So it was like me and one other dude, Andrew, and he was trying to like leave and like lock up and whatever. And I looked at him and I'm just like, oh my God, do you see this? I just got a freaking dollar. Like I see my, oh my gosh, look at my frames like freezing with my mouth like open. But
It's fine.
Man,
It only freezes
so
for a second. It's fine.
yeah.
But that's a great story. It's a great story.
Dude. And then so I was playing GTA 2, and then I had a
GTA
Twitter at the
2.
time. Oh, not 2, I mean as well. GTA 5 as well.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, and a long time ago I made a Twitter account in like 2009 that I pretty much like took over to like connect with people who were also on Twitch. And I started off with like the hashtag like retweet this, small support small streamers. And I remember like typing that on the PS4, and like looking back now, it's like, damn, like the good old days, the good old days.
Wow. Just
Yeah,
you were streaming like 12 to 16 hours a day. It sounds like
a stupid amount of streaming.
that's good though.
And
You really need to get the hours in. Just learn what it is and how it is like.
It was a little hiccup in my work schedule though, because like I think at one point I even like called off of work sick and streamed, and it's just like, oh, I probably shouldn't do that. And then so it changed, it morphed into like something more constructive that can like, because if I kept doing that, obviously I would just like crash and burn at one point. So I had to like
Sounds like it.
change my schedule before it just went all to shit and I got fired, for example. Now, if I got, you know what I mean? I didn't get fired, but if I kept that up, probably
Right.
would have gotten fired. So, and then it came to a point where I'd stream like some days after work, and most of the time it'd have to be during the weekend. And then I met Pete, who had a music studio in his room, so he had a lot of recording equipment anyways, and he was like super stoked to hear about like what I was passionate about. So he hooked me the fuck up. He like upgraded me, like you can tell the difference like with the streams. It's like night and day. I don't
Yeah.
even know if I have any old streams anymore, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you
But
don't
those
have
were the good old
any
days.
footage. Like you don't have anything like
I don't think
even for
so.
memories.
And that's a damn shame. I don't think I have any, because I think even my earliest YouTube videos were in the studio. We called it Studio B, but now I'm in the bedroom because we moved it. But
Studio B ed room. That's almost
studio
okay, never mind.
bedroom. Now it's studio bedroom. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
He upgraded your stream, so like with the audio, also the visuals, like or
the what?
Oh, Pete upgraded your audio, the sound, and did he upgrade
Yeah,
the?
so he gave me equipment to work with basically.
Cool.
And then like I made all the OBS stuff and notifications and whatever, but like he like gave me the microphone, for example. Well, he didn't give it to me, but like he's letting me use it because he has a lot of extra equipment laying around.
And you sound like a broadcaster. You sound like a host, like a TV host. And you said you do some TV, like you work in TV shows, like an extra in TV shows. So you actually do that.
Yeah, but not really though. I don't like talk or anything. I'm literally just like an extra. But like,
okay,
it's But thank you if you think I have a radio voice.
You give that, yeah. You give off that vibe. I think so. I think the other people feel that way too.
I fake it. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, you guys,
I'm like the most like I like I'm really bad at taking compliments, first of all, so like thank you. And then second of all, like I am more awkward. I feel awkward, you guys, and I'm glad it doesn't show. But I need you guys to know, like every day of my life, I feel freaking awkward. And then sometimes I just have to realize, like I'm a fidgeter, like you don't see, I'm like fiddling my thumbs over here.
I have a pen here, like I'm fidgeting right now.
Yeah, we're all fidgeting somehow off screen. Don't lie, don't lie. But yeah, that's just like it's a constant reminder when I stream. It's like everyone feels awkward, everyone feels the same way. Just do it. Just get out there.
Yeah. And we had a question before. I'm gonna. So when you were in your like starting out streaming all those hours, like in your bedroom with just in the dark with your webcam on the PS4, just what were you? What were the games you were playing like that in the beginning? Was it GTA? Was those the games you were playing?
Yeah, GTA 5, Fallout 4, and I was also playing Smite. Smite was a pretty big one. But that was about it. There was nothing really else I was streaming. I don't have a lot of games on my PS4.
Okay, cool. Wow, that is a good origin story. I love it. It's like
Thanks.
it's like yeah,
I'm proud of it.
I like it. So we talked about schedule and consistency. Oh, let's cross that off. We haven't really talked about well, green screen. Well, I guess we could talk about green screen because this is the first time actually that you're not using a green screen, and you're showing like the background. You're showing your room. It has a desk, like an old-fashioned desk, a white with some ornaments on it and brass handles. And there's a wedding picture with your grandmother, was it? And there we can see the whole desk right now. It's a really like old-fashioned, looks really nice. And then there's a window with some white curtains.
Yeah,
and
they're closed.
Something.
Closed
What?
Curtains. Closed curtains.
Closed curtains, yeah. Diffused light from the background. So it looks really nice. But why did you decide to get rid of the green screen?
So I feel like having a green screen is great because it makes you really immersive in the game that you're playing and it doesn't distract too much. But I feel like not having a green screen it's more personal. So it's like you can understand like my background a little bit when you're seeing everything. You kind of see a setting and it just like and I will say, if you guys want a green screen, get a freaking green screen. I wanted a green screen. That was like the top thing I wanted. I wanted to get a gaming chair, and it's like cosmetic, you guys. It really is cosmetic. So you don't need it to succeed. You don't, because you just need a dazzling self. But get a green screen. But I would encourage switching off every now and then. It's just like I kind of mentioned it earlier before we started. It's like when people do sub movie nights, for example, this is something I was considering doing. Take away the green screen and make it more personal, like make it a little more cozier and just like have people take a glimpse into your life and just like get a little sneak peek. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think we were talking about it when we kind of met before this, and you were saying that, some streamers who are switching and were really big at already, they're having issues and lashbacks because people don't really like the switch. And it's interesting because how some people have strong opinions about it. Don't you agree?
I do agree. And the example I used was a streamer that I know that she was using, she had a great setup, a background, a great, like her room. She set it up very nice that I had props and decorations and Pokemon plushies and very well lit and like a good camera. So it was kind of blurry, but you could still like see everything in the background. And it's like, and it made you feel like you were there with her, like hanging out in her room, playing video games together with her. And then she had this urge, just this feeling like, I want to try a green screen. It looks fun. I just want to try it. And people were saying, I don't know. People were saying, we love your background. We don't want you to use the green screen. And she tried it, and it's like, we miss your room. That's what they were saying. We miss your room. And then she switched back. I think she did. I think she liked her. She just wanted to try the green screen, but I guess she liked having her room as the background more than actually using the green screen. And but yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see for you if there will be like a difference, like how people experience your stream, because now they get to see where you are, what it looks like where you are, and it's a part of who you are as well. So you kind of get to know you more, who you are, when you see where you are, in what setting, because those are your things, and like that's your living space.
Yeah. And as long as she ultimately decided on her own that she liked the background, because like I'm all about like, if you want to go by what your viewers want to see, you want it to create a fun experience for you, but I'm not sure where you draw the line to where how much they control your stream. So if they were just like giving her shit, saying like, hey, like this is like not, I don't like it. If they're like, what if like they were threatening to like leave the stream because of it? I would hope not. I hope ultimately she decided she preferred it one way. It's just like, if someone's triggered by a green screen, or whether or not you're married, for example, then like, I don't think that's a really nice person.
Maybe you don't want them in your community if that is the reason why they don't want to be
unwelcome. I don't want to be like, this is my stream, I do what I want, but like you want to be happy with your stream, and it kind of like goes hand in hand with just like play what you want to play. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's so ambiguous. It's
but either way, if you're having a green screen, use it well. If you are not having a green screen, do the best of what you have. I don't think there is a right or wrong when it comes to green screen at all. And I don't think anyone really, I don't hear a lot of people saying that it's a necessity, like to have a green screen. But I think a lot of people agree that having a nice looking stream, regardless if you're using a green screen or not, is preferable. Like it's like better. People, if it's pleasing for the eye, then people will enjoy it more, a little bit more. But I think you can, if you stream from I don't know, you don't need a green screen. I just thought it was a really fun idea. Like I just got it instantly because I wanted to try it out, and I had ideas how to kind of like play around with it and make video effects and like use it to make the stream more fun for me and for the viewers. And it's like, I wouldn't know what to put like as a background if I didn't have the green screen though. But I still do like IRL streams sometimes. So I still feel like, and I sit in my room and do IRL streams. I'm in the kitchen sometimes, do IRL streams. So I do YouTube videos like of me not in a green screen setting. And hopefully that will help people like to understand that I'm an actual real person and not like an AI robot in a cyber world. So I'm not floating around in this digital cloud.
The Matrix.
The Matrix.
Yeah, it quite literally makes you look more grounded.
Yeah, definitely. There is a ground. You can see the ground. Kind of.
And a little bit over here.
Do you think you're gonna miss the green screen?
I'm not getting rid of it by any means. I'm gonna be playing video. When I do video games, I'm gonna be using the green screen, and then when I do IRL, I'm gonna be not using the green screen.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be using both. So there will be nothing to miss.
Do you have any tips for people who are using green screens? Like how to use it?
tips using green screens. Utilize OBS, I suppose. Like, get to know all these different tricks and things you can do. Like, definitely utilize the hell out of your purchase. There's so many cool things that you can do with green screen. Watch some YouTube videos, educate yourself on like different things. Like, even if you're a master, you might find a little trip or like a tip or trick
Yeah.
that you know can up your game a little bit. What else?
It's good. Because
Make sure
lighting.
I'd probably suggest. Oh, my bad.
No, I was just gonna say because lighting is different when you have a green screen. For example, like how to light a green screen and make it work properly with OBS, because you have to like have an even lighting on the green screen to make it disappear nicely and not like you look weird.
It's such a pain in the butt. Lighting is such a pain in the butt because you'll start like glittering like a freaking vampire in whatever those movies are.
Exactly.
And damn, like I have. So yeah, definitely if you're like looking to upgrade whatever, the green screen, I would probably say you should make sure to have money to buy a light at the same time. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy one before the other. Actually, I would probably buy a light first, obviously, and then a green screen. Because if you have a web camera, assuming you have a web camera, there's always like, okay, get a web camera, get a light, and man, yeah.
If you have a wall, like a kind of big wall behind you, if you're streaming and you want a green screen, instead of buying a green screen that might cost you more, you could instead buy like what I did. I just bought like really big pieces of paper, and I taped it to my wall behind me. Like I got a really big green screen behind me just with paper, like ordinary green paper. Got a color that was like looked like the same color that people use for green screens, and yeah, it's a budget solution.
There's a lot of definitely
Works
easy ways you can do it, like a green sheet even, right? You can use. OBS is not picky. You can even use a blue color too. You can use blue or green.
I have a video of me like setting up my green screen and like taping the papers to my wall on YouTube. It's funny to look back on. Okay, green screen. Okay, that's it. Green screen. Nailed it. Now everyone knows how to use the green screen. We haven't really talked about coffee like in the podcast. Like we talked a lot about coffee like before, and like we were saying like there were people spending a lot of money on coffee. And you were saying that you also spent a lot of money on coffee.
Like a ridiculous amount. So this was 1 year. This was right after I graduated college. So I just started my full-time job, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, inside sales. I get a cup of coffee at Starbucks in the morning. It would be let me think. This is my drink. It was a triple grande skinny vanilla latte. And that would be four or 5 shots of espresso in the morning. And then at lunch, I'd get the same thing. So I'd have easily like 8 shots of espresso a day. And these lattes were $7 a piece.
Oh,
so
hefty.
They were hefty. So I had, for a long time, I was spending $14 a day on coffee at Starbucks. And you know, the even worse part is, you know how they have a rewards program? I didn't join the rewards program until like a couple months ago.
Oh,
no, that's not. It was like a year ago that I joined the rewards program, but I did not put any of that purchases on a rewards program. So could have had a lot of free drinks, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you could have got a lot of rewards. Let's just say that.
A lot of free drinks, quote unquote.
You're not spending as much money on coffee anymore?
No, I don't spend any money on coffee anymore.
Ooh.
I don't go to Starbucks at all unless I have a gift card. Now I just brew coffee at home, and I don't put anything in it. It's just black coffee, brew it at home. I drink a lot of it. I'm the type of person that can have 6 shots of espresso and then take a nap right after. I don't know, it just doesn't affect me sometimes. But other days I'll be bouncing off the freaking wall. Like I'll scare my chat, like, what is up with this girl? Who is she? But yeah, so now just plain black coffee. Sometimes actually what I'll do, and this is really good, I'll put cocoa powder and cinnamon and mix it in with the ground coffee, So it's kind of like a mocha-ish thing. Yeah.
Nice. You are a
That's it.
coffee guru.
Fiend.
I don't drink I don't
can't
drink
claim to
any
be a
coffee.
guru. You don't
I
drink
don't
any coffee? Good for you. You probably shouldn't. I don't think anyone should drink coffee if they don't already. It's like if you're not already vaping, don't do it. Don't start. We're not going to talk about vaping because vaping's weird.
It's kind of hypocritical, like if you're like telling other people not to do something that you're doing, but it's also, if you think that's the truth, like would you, if you could choose like a life without coffee and not missing it, or a life with coffee, would you choose a life without coffee?
Circumstantial. So if I would not miss it, I would choose without it, because right now I'm just drinking black coffee and it's just like, oh, I gotta make coffee in the morning. And it's not like a sugary delight, you know? It's coffee to get energy, and I wish I could just have like natural energy every day of my life. If I worked out, I probably could, but I don't really, and I should, because I spend money on a monthly subscription to a gym, way too much money, and I don't go. And so, but if I could drink like those sugary lattes from Starbucks without getting cavities and whatever, I would not be able to live without that. So if I could have that every day, I'd be the happiest girl, but without all of that extra bad stuff. But if it was just reality and I'm drinking black coffee every day, I could probably give it up in hopes that I wouldn't miss it. But at this, I don't know. At the same time, it's like,
sounds like a proper addiction. This.
Oh God.
I love it.
Well,
it's good. Everyone has an addiction, even though they don't. Even if they don't want to admit it.
Dude, okay, so I admit it. It's an addiction. It kind of like, it gives me something. For example, it helps me not fidget, so it gives me something to hold, you know?
Yeah.
It's like when people social drink at parties. It's just like, or not really even social drink, but just have a red Solo cup in their hand, even if it's water, just so they can like just be there and be like, oh yes,
and feel like comfortable, relax, and be themselves more. So that's I get it. I mean, we all of us, we have like we have stuff that helps us make us feel comfortable and you know, more energy, like gives us energy and stuff. But you big coffee drinker.
I'm a big coffee drinker.
And you drink coffee like before you go to bed, and it's like you just go to bed after it, like.
So I don't drink it before bed like a habit, but I can go to bed after coffee real easily.
It's cool. It's cool stuff.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I don't drink coffee. Like if I drink coffee, like I feel the effects more. Like that's only natural, like, because if you drink coffee every day, like many cups of coffee, then you get numb to the effects, right?
Yeah, you build a tolerance to it. And that's why I'm thinking like, oh, I wish I should probably switch up my, you know, different types of caffeine intake. So like tea, but I'm not really a tea drinker. I think the process of tea, making it, is very like soothing, but yeah.
I like it. What should we say anything more about coffee? It is a like it comes into like what you're drinking, kind of your lifestyle, and then kind of like you food, and like what is your like if you're a healthy person or not. Do you consider yourself a healthy person? We talked a little bit about this like before the podcast as well. Like, are you a healthy person?
If I went to the doctor, they'd tell me I'm healthy. Like, yeah, I'm young, I'm healthy, it's great. But with my looking at my day-to-day life, I'm not healthy at all. I'm not healthy at all. And it shows because it's like, and then I'm trying to find my energy in coffee. It's just like, I'm not getting enough sleep. I guarantee you that. I try to eat pretty good, but I'm also like willing to order in McDonald's if the occasion like brings up. I don't say no to it. So there's a lot of unhealthy opportunities that present itself that I don't say no to.
It's all
Just being honest.
Yeah,
being honest,
no,
like if you showed up and there was like 3 pieces left and someone said you can have the rest, I will.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that also, it sounds also healthy to not like it comes back to not being too hard on yourself. Or it's, sometimes just give yourself something extra. And
That's right.
And you could, I think you can give yourself a little bit extra every day without actually harming yourself. Like for example, like you can get a piece of chocolate every day. It's not gonna be detrimental to your health.
Yeah, it's all within abundance, or just
it's all within limits, healthy limits, guys.
That's what I meant, obviously. And I'm just like, no, abundance, all within all, like more, just more mass.
The more coffee, the better life I have.
And you're just like, we're not getting through to Emily today. Nope, not at all.
It's just an open question. It's just fun to share different.
Awesome suggestion, and then you're just like, do you understand? I'm just like, more coffee?
More coffee? Yeah. But that's not exactly what I meant. But okay, sure. Yeah. More coffee then. And less sleep. You say you sleep. You don't sleep. You don't sleep enough? Why? Why don't you sleep enough? Like, shouldn't...
Because, so I'm supposed to stream until 2 a.m., right?
I mean...
And I end up sometimes I end up streaming overtime. Especially if Pete's, like, up working late. Or, like, I'll do after hours, which is, like, I'll turn off the lights and camera, but I'll still continue playing video games because I'm still playing anyways.
Wow.
And then also, like, when I host someone or raid someone after my stream, I usually spend some time in there.
Yeah.
And then I'm, like, following up on social media, and I'm thanking everyone who, like, subscribed and did bits. And by that time, it's, like, 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then I have such a hard time closing down. And then it's, like, 6 in the morning. And then I feel guilty sleeping past 11. So it's, like... And then Pete's up in the morning to work, and then it's like it's easier when both people get up rather than like seeing one person just cozy in bed. It's just like, damn you. So like I'll try to get up with him, so that means I usually get like 3 to 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Why is it it's not a good long-term solution? It doesn't sound like it.
No, it's not a good long-term solution. So this is like I have like a to-do list of what I want to do with my stream, and what I'd like to do. There's certain programs
sleep
like
on
a
stream.
Dashboard, social media. No, I'm not gonna sleep on stream. Someone suggested that on stream. There's certain, like, for example, how can I get to bed faster? And I was talking about posting on social media, and I love posting like the clips from the stream on social media, but like I'm not doing it efficiently. So my goal is to, like, every Sunday find a program. There's programs like social media dashboards that you can connect all your social medias and schedule all the social media posts from one section, at one time in one sitting in one window. It's really awesome. I think some programs you might have to pay for. But so my goal is to sit down on Sundays and just plan out my whole social media for the week. And that way after streams, I can like get to sleep faster rather than trying to do my social medias. So that's something else. I would suggest that too, for sure. It just makes your life so much easier because social media is important. But like, man, like sometimes you're up till like 3 in the morning writing on all the social medias and you're like, there has to be an easier way. Like I'm wasting my time here. Like I'm not wasting my time, but just like I can be more efficient with my time. So sitting down and kind of collecting your thoughts and doing it all at one time, I think helps. So if you schedule it and then in that way, like I printed out a social. I can show you guys.
But then you would have to then you would need like all the content on Sunday. Like you would need all the content in advance, like the things you want to post during the whole week for the next week, like posts ready and make everything. So what I might
do with that, you do need it ahead of time. You're absolutely right. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
So what you could do at that point, go into Twitch clips and do like clips from the last 30 days. And then what I do is that like I'll take from the top like the most trending and then start to share those and then kind of go through the 30-day clips. And that, it helps your clips get views, and then you got social media content. But that's just like, I feel like that's the easiest way to do it. But in reality, there's
it sounds really nice. It sounds really nice. Just having the one window where you can like post to everything instead of going to every single app, every single website, and posting similar but a little bit different posts, just to like, because you kind of need to customize your posts for different social medias because they work differently and they look like you. Yeah. But if there's a program to do that, it sounds nice. But
yeah, I think it's literally just called, I would Google just like dashboard, social media dashboard, and that should pop up.
That's gonna help you go to sleep
a little different on each social media platform, I feel like, because then you have different ideas going out to different social medias and seeing which one works the best. But then, like you said, you're right though, like different, like for example, I think I read somewhere that less hashtags in your Facebook status or less hashtags in your Instagram thing gets your image viewed more or interacted with more. So less hashtags on Facebook is better, but more hashtags on Twitter, for example. Obviously,
I heard like less, like there was like Twitter should have 2 hashtags. You could use 3, but you're gonna get slightly less. But if you have more than 3, you're getting significantly less, like whatever spread or like interaction or whatever it's called. Yeah, it's a science. Like, and I see some people getting really successful on Instagram, having really like customized, like cosmetically, like like a theme to their live feed, and like and using like a really like a intricate use of hashtags, and the description and everything is like very well like tailored. It's like handcrafted. It's crazy. Do you have you ever thought about, like, when it comes to sleep, have you thought about not streaming, like streaming earlier in the day? What is stopping you from doing that?
Yeah, so I'm actually going to probably be shifting my schedule a little earlier into the day, because just like for people doing 9 to 5 in Central Time not my time zone, starting at the earliest like 8:30 is just not conducive to their schedules, and is not conducive to mine either. You know, because I have to take into consideration when I hit stop streaming, it doesn't stop. I still need like 2 hours at least after that to finish up, like tie up loose ends, and then I need to get ready for bed myself. So, I think I'm gonna go ahead and shift my schedule earlier into the day. It's just something I have to implement, but I'm like currently working on a schedule right now. I printed out a calendar and I just have like, I'm organizing my thoughts, but I have to organize my thoughts in between like everyday stuff and actually streaming. So it's just like my thoughts are broken up into pieces right now.
It's good to take time to make changes. It doesn't have to happen like right away, and like you don't have to make big changes every time. It's better almost, I feel like, to make small changes, so that way people don't freak out, like what's going on, like you're not live. Like if you make like smaller adjustments, people get used to it more easily and like can kind of follow you along on the journey that you are making. But also I feel like the schedule, going back to the schedule, like I feel like the big streamer and small streamers alike, everyone is like questioning, like trying to find a good schedule. Like the big streamers that are already full-time streamers and they stream like almost every day are always also like I heard many big streamers trying to, they're still adjusting and changing their schedule, trying to find a better schedule. It's like something that everyone is always working with, to find a good schedule that fits with their lifestyle. Maybe they have partners, maybe they have like family or pets and activities, and like when is the best time to stream versus when do I want to stream, and versus when do I when do I get more viewers, or when do other people want me to stream. Like finding that is like a constant flux almost.
And I feel like there's always going to be someone, a viewer. There's always going to be people watching, because there's people watching all over the world. It's just, that's why you got to like really focus on what works with your schedule. What schedule can you actually abide by? Not like it is very important though to like, obviously, like you said, keep track, like find out what games like are more popular during what time does your channel get the most views. Actually, I just found a website called Twitch Strike.
Oh, right.
It tells you viewer ratio to streamer ratio. What's the best video game to stream?
Yeah. Did you use it?
I just started. I started using it to while I'm creating this new schedule here. Because I'm going through games that I have, and then I'm going to see like when those games are the most popular and whatever. So, I mean, you know, Fortnite is always popular, Battle Royale is always popular, but unfortunately for me, I'm not a Battle Royale person. So I'm finding the games that I do have and I do like to play and seeing how I can best utilize those.
Yeah. I think that's a better solution probably, because if you don't, in the end of the day, if you can't enjoy your own streams, it's not gonna work out.
They're gonna know. They're gonna know you're not enjoying yourself,
and you're gonna get sick of your own stream, which is the worst. Then you have to take a break, stop streaming because you can't stand streaming anymore, because you kind of pushed yourself to do things that you like don't enjoy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
It's important to have fun and take care of yourself as a streamer, like for anything you do, and like kind of find a balance between ambition and, you know, like, I don't know, casual ambition and patience, and like taking care of yourself.
Yeah, I mean that's huge, taking care of yourself. And I don't just mean like physically take care of yourself. I don't just mean like emotionally take care of yourself. I mean like in real life, take care of yourself before you know, like I had money for example saved up when I quit my job and moved to Chicago and started streaming more. Like I had savings that like protected me from anything happening if anything went wrong. So it's just like take care of like everything in your real life. Make sure you're financially stable before you decide that Twitch is like gung ho 100% everything that you're going to create yourself towards, and just like don't let it. I think something that I could probably help with, like I've been streaming so much that it's just like I haven't been able to get to see like friends that much, and just like I need to work on that too. I need to take care of my relationships. I need to take care of my dog. I need to take care of everything outside of the stream as much as taking care of everything inside the stream.
Yeah, the balance, the work-life balance, making a life that where you can like enjoy life, like the all aspects of life. Because if you're only focusing on streaming and that's the only thing that's really working, you're missing out on taking care of the other things that might need maintenance in your life, which might you might, there might be a risk that those things are falling apart eventually, and it's gonna
don't ignore them. Don't ignore them.
Don't ignore them. Yeah, ignore them. No, it's not a good idea, because because that's gonna make you more successful as a streamer. Like if you can take care of yourself.
If you can't afford the internet, how are you gonna stream?
If you have to stream from a cardboard box on the street, you could try.
It's not good lighting.
It's not good lighting. Let's just say that it's not good lighting in the cardboard box. Man, okay. Overwatch. This is the last topic. I don't know. We have Overwatch because you're a big Overwatch player.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I was gonna find you the date where I first got Overwatch, because I actually got it pretty recently. I want to say I got it June of last year. So I got it pretty recently, and I already have 150 hours in Diva, and I got it on PC. So I'm like, but I have 150 hours on Diva on Xbox.
Oof.
So I think that's a lot. I think I would consider that a lot. But I'm stupid addicted to it. And
what is it about Overwatch that is so addictive?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I wonder if it's because it's like very team-based oriented and everyone has their role. Everyone wants to be like reliable in that role or something. I don't know. The graphics are cute too. I love the graphics.
Yeah. I think that the graphics is really big too, because it's like you got the team play, you got the graphics, you got that dynamic going on in the group, like you say, you got to play like kind of like what's going on in League of Legends with different roles. Like you have to do your part, otherwise everything is falling apart. And so you kind of always, you know, like there's pressure, like it's like sharp, like you kind of have to deliver every time you play, and so that makes it exciting. And it's cute.
It's so cute. It's freaking cute. Like,
it's cute.
I can't stand it.
You had a terrible story from Overwatch. How you were treated.
Yeah, I did because I'm a freaking female. Or maybe it's happened to dudes. It probably does. But
I mean, this story that you shared, that has to do with being a female playing. But
yeah, okay. So it actually was after I was done streaming, and before I did after hours, which is me just streaming my video gameplay. I was done streaming and I really still wanted to play Overwatch. So I got into a comp match, a ranked comp match. And my gamer tag, you guys can have me. It's Emily Barkiss, same as my Twitch name. It says Emily Barkiss. So you know I'm a girl, right? So the matches starts. And even before we choose characters, I have someone in my DM, this dude in my DM being like, yo, what's up? Kind of thing. Like, and then I didn't respond to him because first of all, I don't like typing on my controller. I need to get like a keyboard and whatever. But I'm not gonna respond to like, he was just like, oh, I see you're not gonna message me back. Like, you're too good for me, basically. I'm just like, dude, this fucking dude's crazy. Like, I'm just trying to let's just like focus on the game. We're playing ranked and whatever. And so, because I didn't message him back, he picked May. And this guy's on my team in ranked. He picked May, and every time I died, he said thank you to the other team and blocked me in the spawn room with May's ice wall. Every time I died, and we lost the game.
Terrible.
And I went. It was like, oh my god! And I lost my gold ranking. And then he like harassed me like for like a few more messages, and like obviously I reported him, but it's just like, what a douchebag! I was so mad. Like, if it was quick play, whatever. Well, you know what? His behavior is not appropriate either way. But like, if it was quick play, okay, he's a douchebag. If it was but it was in season rank, I was like, really? That much pride to where you'd even mess up your own ranking to like, dude, it's just like, this guy's crazy. So crazy. I was so mad. I was so mad. And I like told people about it, and they're like, they didn't really comment on it. I'm like, are you kidding me? Does no one think this is a big deal? Like, man, to be honest with you, I mute everyone's mics. I don't even want to know what they're saying in comp sometimes, because I imagine some people are really salty, but it's just like, ignorance is bliss sometimes. Just like, I mute the mic and go about my lottie freaking die day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but that,
he really went out of his way to express his disappointment, and he did it in such a weird, like a destructive way, like a toxic, destructive way, like, for the team, and like it made everyone's game like horrible.
It made the whole team lose because I was the tank. I was the tank, and he was May, which is part of like the DPS, and you're supposed to have like at least one healer, some DPS, and a tank. And every time I try to get out of the spawn room, May has this huge obnoxious wall that sits there for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
He would post it up. And I was like, the thing is, like, I didn't like reply back to him like, oh my god, you're such an asshole and whatever, because that's what you have to do with people like that, is just like, don't ignore him. Just ignore him. Don't say a thing is what I mean. Like, just ignore him. Because then that like gives them the attention that they're seeking. And sometimes just like, he probably got so mad that I still didn't talk to him. But like, then I like, you brush it off and you continue playing the next day. But it's just like, man, I ruined this guy's day apparently.
Apparently. But okay, I think you're right. Like, ignoring and brush it off, like that's like, the more you engage in it, the worse you will feel as well, because you're letting it get to you, and you're like, it's turning into a bigger thing. But that behavior it's still like, because the internet is just the way it is. People can come into your life without being invited and make it less nice.
Yeah.
And as a streamer as well, like, that's something you have to like deal with, more or less.
Absolutely. Because people don't have as much accountability as they do in real life. So like, they can say all these horrible things, and they can like act a certain way, and then just go about their day. And it's like,
what do we say to that?
Fuck them. I mean,
okay. Well, yeah. Well, okay. We say kindness and respect is cool.
Oh yeah, kindness and respect is cool. I mean,
Well, I mean, you can say you do you, and I
When
say
I
my
drop the
stuff.
F-bomb, means business.
I mean, you gotta
This is a
show.
PG stream.
You do you. That's totally fine. I don't want to censor you because yeah, cool. You're a really cool streamer, and
Thanks.
I think it's time to round up the podcast. And
Wrap it up.
it's been really lovely to have you. And
It was fun.
yeah,
I talked a lot.
yeah, and that's what you were supposed to do, and it was amazing. You did a great job.
Thanks.
And
Thanks.
hopefully, like you can share this with your community. They will get to know you a little bit more. Now, people that from my community, they met you. They could come and say hello to you and hang out in your streams as well.
That'd be great.
So yeah, and what are your like hopes and dreams for this year? Like when it comes to streaming, like do you have any goals? Did you make any resolutions when it comes to streaming or?
I did. I have a whole list. I should have had it right here, but it's in a pile over there. Well, I have a couple of goals for 2019 in general, but in terms of streaming, I just want to continue to have it in my life and be happy with it. I don't care what that means or what that entails. You know, I'm not going to be like, before I was like, oh, I want X amount of subscribers. I want X amount of this. But it's just like, I just want to I want to continue to be happy with streaming.
Awesome.
Whatever that entails, whatever that means. I want to continue to have fun with it and meet people and, you know, develop.
I think with a goal like that, valuing the quality in life and being happy and, you know, getting enough sleep, Emily, but keep being you and streaming, I think you got to do great and you're already doing great. So
thanks.
Wish you all the best.
I think you're doing great. I think we're all doing great in life right now. If we got a smile on our freaking faces, we're doing great.
Awesome. Thank you. So we're gonna end the podcast, but if you'd like, you can hang out with us a little bit more. People in the chat, because we are live, we have people in the chat, and if they want to ask more questions, specific questions about anything, you could answer those as well. But for now, for the podcast, for the sake of the podcast, we're gonna say goodbye. So thanks for listening and watching. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.